Hello YouTube family, welcome back to Simz Vidz for another video. I'm Simone. Before we get into this video, I would like you to push that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. Please push that subscribe button. I'm waiting. I'll give you a moment. In order for my platform to grow, I need you guys. The subscribers that I have right now, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm noticing a lot of people are watching the videos, but you're not subscribing. Why? You're watching the videos, right? So might as well you subscribe. So I'm just asking you, please, please push that subscribe button. I want you to comment on the videos, like and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend, to tell a family member, to tell a coworker, to tell whoever. But I would love to see this platform grow. But in order to do that, I need you guys. Okay, let's get into the video. In today's video, I am going to talk about the ups and downs of therapy. A lot of people have asked the question, how did I know therapy was right for me when my anxiety was at its highest? Why do I continue therapy? And how did I get a good match? So I want to address these things. So, how did I come to the conclusion that I needed to be in therapy? Well, for me, it was simple. I was having a really difficult time. Nothing was working. The things that I was doing at that time, it was not working. And it was actually my nurse at my family doctor's office that actually suggested to me, why don't I try therapy? And at first, I was very closed off to attending therapy because I was saying to myself, oh my gosh, I'm going to be opening up about my personal life to somebody that's probably not going to understand what I'm going through. And I have to say that for the most part, I've had a very positive experience with therapy. However, I've had some really questioning moments as well. When I first started my very first session of therapy, the therapist that I had at that point, I got through work. And for the most part, it was a very positive experience. He connected with me well. He listened to everything I said and was very supportive. When work was trying to basically rush me back to work before I was ready to return to work, he actually supported me. And he said to me, you want to know what? Nobody knows when you're ready except for you. So if you are absolutely not ready with returning to work, why? Why would you? Why would you do something that you're not ready for? People, when I say that my anxiety and depression, it was so bad. So bad. And I have to admit, I would hear before experiencing anxiety and depression, when I would hear people talk about anxiety and depression, I'm going to be the first one to admit I did not understand. And then when I went through it, it was an eye opener. It really, really was. Before dealing with anxiety, I would have taken on anything and not question it. I was that type of person. I took chances when I was doing things. I was a type of person where I did not allow fear to consume me. I did not allow fear to dictate what I would do. I would not allow fear to stop me from doing things that I wanted to do or I was passionate about doing. And when anxiety took over, and when I say it took over my life, when it took over my life, that is when I understood what these people was talking about that I was hearing before. And I have to say that when you're dealing with anxiety and you are trying to find a therapist that pairs with you well, you're probably gonna go through a few before you actually find the right fit. Now, as I said, my first therapist I got through work. He gave me tips, but it was nothing very thorough. It was going fairly well, and when I came to the ending, I wanted a report done for my medical file where I wanted my doctor, my family physician, to know where I was at, what the therapist helped me with. So when I asked him to write this document for me, he was like, "Oh yeah, fine, no problem." And I was like, "Okay." I personally would not have second guess him to be someone that would not stand by his word, because as I said, he was good, and I thought that he was thorough in what he was doing. Come to find out, he really wasn't the person that he portrayed himself to be. And when I say that, I'm speaking about the supportive aspect of it. And the reason why I say that is when I asked him for the document, he was like, "Oh yeah." Honestly, 2 weeks went by. I heard and received nothing. I reached out to him, called, email, text, left voice messages, and he did not respond to me. He just kept ignoring all of the phone calls, emails. The text messaging, everything. He ignored everything. When I went to go see my family physician to let her know where I felt I was with things, and I told her I really felt that I needed to go through therapy some more. So when I was telling her that I was getting the runaround from this therapist, she was like, okay, let's give it another 2 weeks. And if he doesn't come through, I'm just going to note that you did go through therapy for this amount of weeks. And she said she'd just ask me questions in terms of how he helped me and the strategies that he used to help me. And I was like, okay, no problem. So 2 weeks came and went by, and I heard absolutely nothing. I was so tempted to leave a message on his mailbox to say that he should be ashamed of himself. He turned out to be a fraud. And honestly, that's the way that I look at it. He was a fraud. My family physician office, my nurse there said they've had patients that they've referred to this other therapist, and the patients had nothing but positive things to say. So I was like, okay, I'm willing to try, because I do feel that things still were not 100% with me. So I started therapy sessions with this other therapist. And when I started to talk to him, introduction phase, and he was telling me a bit about himself, I got so excited. Reason? He was of my people. Black, Jamaican. I just wanted to get genuine help. In the beginning, again, things were going very good. And then when we were coming down close to the ending of my sessions, he did like a 360. He was basically trying to force me to go back to work. When I was telling him I still wasn't ready, I didn't feel confident enough to return back to work yet. And I said to him, I work with children. I want to make sure that I'm confident in doing what I need to do for these children, because if I'm not confident in what I'm doing, it's not going to work. Well, who told me to say that? He flipped it on me. He started to say that my work was not obligated to me, and I'm showing a sense of where I feel that people should be obligated in understanding what I am going through, and no one is obligated to me, and I just need to push myself out there, because if I don't push myself out there, how am I gonna know? And people, my anxiety started to go up again, because I'm like, hold on, what happened? So that was 2 therapists, both male. Okay. One where I thought was very supportive, and he turned out to be nothing but a fraud in my eyes. And now this other therapist where I felt that I could connect with because he was of my culture, and I figured that someone that you could relate to, whether it be the color of skin or your cultural background or whatever. But I felt that this second therapist I was going to connect with, he was so insensitive. He was starting to make me think that I was the problem. And my depression started to get the best of me because I started questioning myself. Am I the problem? When I went to go see my family doctor, and I was telling both my family doctor and my nurse what my experiences were with this therapist, she said to me, okay, you want to know what? No more. No more. Do not schedule any more sessions with him. This is not working. I ended up taking a leave from work because I was not at my best. Still, 2 therapists, and I was still not at my best. I got paired with this other therapist, and I was so skeptical. So skeptical, because at this point, I didn't know what to expect, what to think. I just did not know. But this therapist, she was not of my cultural background, but she was a female. And she listened. She understood. She showed me empathy. And I have to say that my experience with my therapist that I have now, I've been seeing her for quite some time, and I have nothing negative to say about her. She has helped me tremendously. She has given me tools to work on and goals to work towards. And this experience with her has been amazing. Just simply amazing. Every session that I've had with her, she has helped me. And I have walked away with something. I cannot say that about the first 2 therapists that I dealt with. I really can't. But this lady has been remarkable. So really, if you've come to a point where you feel therapy could be something for you, me personally, I'm going to say be open to it. However, there is a possibility that you may have to go through different therapists in order to find your fit. Or you can just be absolutely lucky and click with the first therapist that you're paired with. But I just want to say, even if you have talked to somebody and they just don't feel like it's a good fit for you, don't give up. Do not give up. Keep pushing forward, because I am here to tell you therapy can work. You have to be open and you have to be honest with yourself when doing sessions. And if you do that, you will be so shocked with your results. And I'm just talking from experience. I didn't think therapy could help me. But I have to take that back. Yes, There can be ups and downs with therapy, but you have to ask yourself, how serious are you? I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, subscribe, like, and share the video. And I just hope that this platform will continue growing. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.